Unboxing of this smartphone here. This is the Samsung Galaxy A8s, also known as in some other countries as the Samsung Galaxy A9 Pro. Now this is the first Samsung smartphone that has been released that has a punch hole cutout display. So the objective of this video is to actually show you, give you an experience of what to expect from a punch hole cutout display. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this phone. We're going to turn it on. And we are going to play some videos, look at some games, and also just do overall navigation of the phone to see what you can expect from the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus, which I'm assuming a lot of you people are going to be owning very soon. So let's dive right in. So that's what we have here. It says 2019, all right? So let's lift the box up, and then in the box, we have a case here. There's an actual phone case here. That's just TPU plastic case, which is great to have. But the real thing that everyone wants to see is right here. So we're going to bring up the phone. Okay, let's lift the phone up. Drops in my hand. Just put it aside for a second. That's the rear side of the phone. It's a very nice blue color with triple rear cameras, just like the S10 and S10 Plus is going to have, except that it's not going to be as high quality as those. And of course, in the box, we've got the cables, the charger, and the USB ports. These are the earphones. Let me just pull it up real quick. Right here, just standard Samsung earbuds, okay? So let's put that aside and let's look at the phone, which is the thing that everybody does care about. Now, this one here does have a physical fingerprint sensor, so it's not going to have the in-display fingerprint sensor let me just turn this on so you guys can see the whole thing. Boom, right here. Okay, so that's the punch hole cutout. Nice little animation right off the bat. All right. Okay, so it doesn't have the in-display fingerprint sensor that the Samsung Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus are going to have, but that's what you get when you don't buy a premium smartphone. Okay, so let me just quickly go to the display over here, settings. And as you can see, it's all the same stuff. So let's go to display. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't turn off on me every 2 seconds. So let's make that to 10 minutes. Go right back. The interface of this is no different than an existing S9, S9 Plus, or a Note 8 or a Note 9. So if I do go to the settings, it's all the same kind of stuff. Okay. I'm going to go into the details in a minute, but for now, the biggest thing, this is what you're going to be seeing on your Samsung Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus. Now this phone does not have an OLED display. This is a IPS LCD display. It's 1080p. It's got a Snapdragon 720 processor. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Those are not some bad features. It's for a non-premium mid-range phone. This is fantastic. It can be purchased for around $400 to $500. So it's still a good phone overall. Concentrated. We are worried about the actual punch hole display. So if I bring down anything, as you can see, so that's the Finder search I'm going to bring down. That's what you're going to be seeing. If I bring down the control panel, just like that, that's what you're going to be seeing. Okay, so it's not so far, it's not that intrusive. I like the way it just rolls down, and it's not as intrusive as a notch. Okay, much smaller than a notch on the side, no problem. So let's go ahead and launch some videos and launch some games and see how this thing is going to be looking like in real life. Now, I did also want to let you know really quickly, just in the case of this phone, this does have a USB Type-C port. It does not have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, but don't worry, the Galaxy S10 is going to have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. It's also going to have dual stereo speakers. This phone does not have dual stereo speakers, okay? But again, it's not supposed to be a premium smartphone. All right, so let's move on to some gaming and video watching. All right, so let's launch the YouTube application and let's see what it's going to be looking like. So let me go over here, tap on this guy, tap on YouTube. Okay, and I do have I'm going to play a video from a nature video so you guys can see what's happening. But as I launch the app, the punch hole cutout is right here. But as you can see, a black bar was added over here to hide that entire area. So far, this is what I'm seeing. Let's see what happens when I actually play a video. Okay, so here's a video that I just searched up. I'm going to tap right on it, and that's it. That's exactly what the video is going to look like when you're playing it on this phone. Now, of course, you can always pinch to zoom the existing video, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm about to pinch to zoom to make it as full screen as possible. And as you can see, it did zoom to fill the screen, but it cut out the area where that hole in fact is. Okay, so that's not bad. I wouldn't mind for it to fill completely so I can actually see the hole cut out at the bottom. And it's, in my opinion, is going to be better than a notch that cuts into the display from the top over here. Based on how you position the phone, the hole would be at the bottom or the top. Even if you get a full screen, it's not going to be as intrusive. Okay, so that's how a video is going to look when you play that video on your smartphone. Now let me go back home real quick. So as we go home, we can look at all the various transitions. X that out. Let me X that out. Okay, let's go into the settings. Okay, there's the cutout again. All right, so there's going to be some mismatches here and there. Let's tap on the settings. All right, so that's what the settings look like in this orientation. Of course, if I go like this, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to see the whole thing, which is also great. And as I go up and down, the top part stays over here. The bottom part moves. Let's just go to display, see what that happens. Boom. All right, so that's what we have. Let me go back home screen. And of course, now what I want to do is I want to actually play a game on this, so see how that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a game. I'm going to launch the Asphalt game. So I had it in the background over here, right there. There we go. It's a racing game. Let's see what it looks like. That's Gameloft. All right, let me just turn off the voice so it doesn't interfere with our talking over here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let's click play. Hopefully it's going to ask me to do a tutorial, which is what I need. Do you want to play a tutorial? Yes, I do. All right, so that's it. Look at how it looks. It doesn't look as bad as a notch. There's no question about that. It's at the bottom, and it's just sitting over there. So that's the introduction video. All right, so the game has started, and as you can see, touch control tutorial, hold to drift, that's what we're doing. All right, there's the hole. As the game plays, it's right there. Okay, boost, do the boost of the nitro. All right, so you can see how the games look. It actually plays very good on this older smartphone too. Look at that. One more boost. Absolutely fantastic. So as far as game is concerned, I'm not complaining too much. That thing is not bothering me as much as it would if I was actually playing a game on a phone that has a notch where the notch cuts into the display from the top over here. That just looks more unnatural. This just seems, I'm sure that everybody, including myself, prefer that this wasn't here, but just by it being there, it's not as bad as a notch. Okay, it seems more natural than a notch, a nice little dot. Now on the Samsung Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus, it's going to be on the top over here. It's going to be on the right side. This is on the left side. Okay. Anyway, so that's what we have. All right, so let's move on to some other things, and we're going to wrap this video up. I just want to make sure that you guys see what to expect from a whole cutout display that is coming to us very soon. All right, so here's the phone from a top-down view, and I just want you guys to take a look at it as I browse through the phone. So again, doing some basic things. Let me go to the settings, see what happens with the whole cutout display. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because I want you guys to be able to see what it's going to feel like to use the S10 before it is even released. Okay, so we go to display. We've got all the same settings as you would get on an S10 or an S10 Plus, except for one thing. This phone is not running the Samsung One UI. It is running Android 8.0. Okay, I'm sure it's going to get the update very soon. Let's go back out. Let's just launch a couple apps, see how they behave and look. So if I go to phone, boom, it's right there. Okay, looks really nice. There's a whole cutout right there. Does not interfere with the operation. Let's go to the messages application. Again, the same thing. Let's go into the internet. Okay, not bad at all. Let's go out, go back into the camera. One thing you're going to notice is when I flip the thing over, so if I go over here, that's the front-facing camera. I'm sorry, the rear camera. When I come to the front-facing camera, you'll see a little animation. Okay, so let's do that one more time. You'll see an animation, just give you a little light up. Okay, I haven't seen anything in the settings that allows you to customize that, but that's the one animation I saw around that cutout. Other thing is, if I turn off the phone and turn it on, you'll see a little wave just going down like that, okay? So there's some animations around that cutout, all right?